Hmm. So I was thinking about, mindfulness and how we normally can approach it as just, it's accepting what's real, being present with what's real. And sometimes there's this misconception that that means I have to accept what I'm experiencing. I have to put up with it. If this is what it is, I got to put up with it. And that's not necessarily true. So, mindfulness, for me, it's that knowing that there is flexibility, knowing that there is option, that there's control. I'm not trapped, I'm not stuck. I don't have to think the thoughts I always think. I don't have to feel the way I always feel. If a situation is the way it is, I don't have to respond in a particular way. I have freedom and flexibility. And so sometimes, there's that sense of sometimes the situation's crappy. Sometimes life circumstances are not fun. Sometimes you have to deal with that particular person. There are things that you can't change in the environment or the situation. And they don't have to dictate how you feel or how you think. And so that's kind of what I want to play with today, is just giving yourself the experience that you want to have right now. So, mindfulness might mean I feel crappy and I don't want to feel crappy right now. So I'm going to give myself the experience of feeling relaxed and content. That's what I'm feeling up today. So that's what we're going to do. I feel like contentment and relaxation. And the interesting thing that we actually can do that. Our brains really cannot tell the difference between what we imagine and what's happening around us. It registers as the same thing. And this is what's so interesting, is like we can reprogram our brains simply through the way we imagine and sense into something. And we can give ourselves a particular experience. We can feel a particular way in our bodies and our emotions and our thoughts while we're sitting here in this chair. And so sometimes that's really useful to know that you can just be sitting in your chair right where you're at. You can't control the situation. There's nothing you can change in your environment at this particular time, but you don't have to be at the mercy of it. It's like you don't have to be at the mercy of the situation that's at hand. You do have flexibility and choice. So that's what we're going to play with today. Just sensing into a comforting, relaxing memory or experience. It can be completely imaginary. You can make it up. Just putting in all of the senses to just really create that sense in your own mind space of what feels just comforting, relaxing. And we'll put in all the five senses, all of those sensory cues are what tell your brain of like, oh yeah, that's what it is. That's what I'm experiencing. And then just tracking how that affects you, how that affects your body, your emotions, your thoughts. And then really, again, that checking in and going, okay, I'm actually just sitting in the chair here. I'm imagining I'm on a beach and feeling the warm sun and hearing the ocean waves, but I'm really actually sitting in a chair here. And I changed how I'm feeling. I changed how my body's experiencing this moment because that's what I chose. So this is just that playing with flexibility, playing with the freedom to choose, playing with the freedom to give yourself what you want, that you're not at the mercy of what's going on right now. So with that, let's go play. So always as we begin, just sensing into the breath, that first and immediate touching in to what's here right now. Sometimes there's that awareness of, oh, I've been holding my breath, or I've been breathing really shallowly. You don't have to necessarily change that, just noticing it. Noticing how your body begins to settle or shift as you really start paying attention to just breathing, the in, the out, noticing movement at your chest, the open and close, the expand and contract of your ribs as you breathe. You don't have to force any deep breathing. You don't have to force any changing. If your breath is short and shallow, you just let it be short and shallow. Notice a lot of tightness in the top of my chest today. So I just kind of acknowledge that's there. Top of the chest isn't going to be moving one little bit today. Perhaps noticing the breath in the back. As your back presses into the chair with your inhale, relaxes with the exhale. Maybe noticing the movement of your breath too, like where it's pulling on the inhale, relaxing on the exhale. I just got captivated watching my breath as it seems to be pulling down my back with that inhale, and then rising and floating back up with the exhale. And usually notice it in my belly, but this is way in the back. There's almost that string pulling down with an inhale, rising back up with an exhale. But maybe plain for you, which direction does your inhale go before it pulls back in with the exhale? No right or wrong, good or bad. Maybe just experimenting, noticing, being surprised about something that you do all the time. And yet noticing it just as it is right now in this moment. Just letting your breath be easy. No need to change or make it move. If you want to breathe just in the center of your chest, you just breathe in the center of your chest. Again, noticing even our breath gives us freedom of choice. We can choose to pay attention. We can choose not to pay attention. It'll still breathe for you. You can choose to breathe deeply, or you can choose to relax and breathe really shallowly. It can be very controlled or very loose. Lots and lots and lots of different ways to breathe. And just finding that way of breathing that feels good, that feels easy at rest right now in this moment. Not the way you think the breath should be, but following what feels good. And then taking that quick scan through the body, just that reacquainting to see what's here. Noticing the physical sensations that are present right now. In the head, the neck, shoulders, back and torso, arms, hands, down into your hips, your legs, your feet. Just that quick little check-in. Oh yes, these are the sensations that are present right now in this moment. And then checking in with your thoughts, noticing where your thoughts want to go, how you're thinking, whether the thoughts are quick and fast or slow and sluggish, scattered, focused. Nothing to do or change. And then checking in with the emotions, noticing what emotions might be present. You don't have to do anything. Again, just that quick scanning through. Oh, yeah, that's what's here right now. Or it might even be, I have no idea. I've been too busy. And then beginning to play with our scene, our inviting in of just comfort and relaxation. Pulling up a memory or something that just you normally would want to go to, where you feel that sense of ease and your body can just relax. Everything can unwind and just be comfortable. It could be a memory of being on the beach or in the mountains or taking a walk, or even just cozying up in bed, whatever grabs your attention. Letting your mind fill in the details, your surroundings, what you see, what colors are there. Are you inside or outside? What do you notice as you look around in this scene? One of the quickest ways of dropping into a memory or a scene like this is through our sense of smell. Everything has a sense of smell. And even just like inhale, what is that scent? For me, when I'm at the beach, there's just that distinct ocean smell. Almost as if you're tipping your head back, eyes closed, inhaling deeply, just drinking in the scent of comfort and relaxation. And then adding in sound. What do you hear? In this place, What sounds come to you? Just letting your mind fill in all the details. Just relishing in it, really just savoring and enjoying being right here in this place. And then what do you feel? Do you feel the breeze on your skin or the sunlight? Do you feel something soft and warm? Do you feel snugged up tight? Or do you feel open and expanded? In your place of comfort and rest, what feels just right? What feels good? Maybe looking around, snuggling in a little bit more, adding in whatever would make this just even that little bit more comfortable, a little bit more at ease. Noticing the body just wanting to go, ah, not relax and let go and unwind. Maybe starting to go back and forth between the scene you've created here and the sensations that you're experiencing in this moment. I notice a lightness in my chest. My hips seem to be sinking deeper into the chair. How does your body respond when you give it this place of comfort and ease? And even asking your body sensations, what would make it even just a little bit more comfortable? And listening to what your body says. For me, it's that, oh, warmth on my skin. You know, that tingling warmth on my hands or my face would just be delicious. And so I can add that into my scene of comfort and relaxation. But again, that following what feels good. What does your body want? Can you give it more of that? And you can even check in with your thoughts, whether your thoughts are still jumbled or going around and thinking and focused, or if there's more of a soft focus in your thoughts. And maybe even asking the thoughts, what would feel good? What would feel good in my thinking space right now? I mean, it can be something like, having a crossword puzzle to work on, that would just delight my brain. Or it could be something like a big, strong wind that just whooshes all the thoughts right out of my head and just blows them away like leaves in a storm. Following what feels good, giving it to yourself. What do your thoughts want right now? And then feeling into the emotions. What's here? What would give those emotions just a little bit more comfort, a little bit more ease and relaxation? For myself, the image that comes to mind is just like snugging them up in little blankets, wrapping them close and tucking them into bed. And just snugging them close. Just warmth, comfort, relaxation. And as I do, I notice myself feeling more spacious, expanded, and settled. And checking in for you, what does it feel like now in your body, in your thoughts, in your emotions? Following what feels good. And just that checking in, the reminder, you actually have the freedom to experience what you want to experience. That acknowledgement that you're sitting right here in this chair, in this moment, with the same set of circumstances, the same life events. And you get to be right here in this space. Following what feels good. As I really begin to notice that freedom, I almost feel like my body gets bigger, more expanded. I'm not held in quite so tightly. It's almost as if my body itself can just make this big relax and let go. But just checking in with you. You know, whatever the response is, it's not right or wrong, good or bad. It just is what it is. Just noticing where your body is, your thoughts, your emotions, your breath. And then bringing all of your awareness back to the breath, back to where we started. That breath is the anchor we return to over and over and over again. It's always there for us. Beginning to expand that awareness out, taking in the sounds around you, the sound of my voice, the sounds outside of your room. That again, just reorienting to just right here, right now. I am this person sitting in this chair in this moment. Just breathing. Taking a few more breaths. And when you feel ready, opening your eyes.